Hi everyone, it's Sintang Mayumi. I'm back with thank you cards today. I have to make thank you cards for my family and friends that sent us gifts on Christmas, and I made more than what I needed, but I'm also planning to give some of the thank you cards that I made to my kids' teachers. So I'm going to use the stamp set from Concord 9, and it's called the Snowflakes Turnabout. On the back of the packaging paper, there is a template that you can use. I have my stamp here, so I'm going to line up the snowflakes, and when I get their positions, I'm going to add the lines using my ruler and Sharpie pen. And then I'm just going to add the lines or X on the back of the stamp. After I'm done with the lines on the back of my stamp, I'm going to remove the template, and then for this template here that I made, it's 6.5 by 6.5 cardstock, and I'm going to use this as my turnabout template. So I'm going to place my paper in the middle, and then I'm going to start stamping. I will use 3 Catherine Puller inks and then the Delicata gold ink. The colors for the Catherine Puller inks are Grape Crush, Tiara, and it's a boy. I really like these inks, but they stain your stamps, especially the Grape Crush ink. These are good inks, but if you don't want or if you don't like stains on your stamps, then these inks are not for you. So I'm just cleaning my stamp here, and then I'm gonna move on to the next color, and I think the next color is it's a boy. So I already turned my my jig, and then I'm going to stamp this on the paper, and then clean my stamp again, and then move on to the next one, and this one is the Tiara. Turn my jig again, and then stamp the snowflakes on the paper, and then one more time I turn my jig, and then the last one is the Delicata ink. After I stamped this first card, I did mass produce stamping off camera. So I stamped the snowflakes with Grape Crush on all of the cards, and then the next color on all of the cards, and then I just repeat the process until all the snowflakes colors are on my card. For the sentiments, I use Thank You die from Concord 9. I also use their summer glitter paper pack, and again I mass produced the sentiments, die cut them all at once. I also die cut my vellum paper using stitch square die from my stash. I'm going to use the vellum to mute the background so my sentiment will pop more. And now I'm going to add the sentiments on the die cut vellum with Glossy Accents. You can also add dimensions on your sentiments if that's what you like, by cutting multiple times and stack them together, or just add foam on the back of the sentiments. And now it's time to adhere the sentiments on my cards, and I'm just using this glue dots in my stash, and I wanna use this up. So I'm just hiding the glue dots on the back of the sentiments so you can't see it. But even if my friends or family see the glue dots on showing on the vellum, they're not gonna say anything because this is handmade, so I'm not worried about it. I'm just finishing this last ones here and we'll move on to the next step. For the inside of the cards, I'm also going to stamp some of the snowflakes, and I'm using the Memento dewdrops here, and I think I have the same color of dewdrops that I use in front of my cards, so I'm just using that one. For the embellishment, I'm going to add some of this clear sequins from my stash and adhere them using Glossy Accents. You don't have to add the sequins if you want it to be simple, or if you're running out of time, or any excuses that you have. The cards on the left are already presentable to send to family and friends, and they won't say anything that your cards doesn't have sequins or embellishment if the family that you're sending doesn't do crafting. So I am not worried about it. And because I can't stop, I also stamped the snowflakes on the envelopes so it's matchy with the cards. And my one layer thank you cards are finished. I enjoyed making these cards. I like making these mass-produced cards because if you have your card designs, you don't have to think, and it's just a matter of making it. So I love how these cards turned out. I hope you like today's cards as much as I do. And as always, thank you so much for watching, and I will see you all in the next one. Bye bye.